know. I didn't know what to do.
Oh,
Are you ready, Daniel?
Oh,
Wait, yeah, the thing is ready.
good.
Are you sure? It looks
Yeah,
ready.
it's
It good, it's ready.
It's going.
It's red.
Go!
Just go.
Good
morning,
Good morning,
Chaz.
PHS. I'm Maven.
I'm Gavin.
I'm Jazz.
I'm Josh.
And I'm Nate.
For today's topic, we chose a day in the life, and all of us have a day in the life of somebody else, as in somebody else's career path.
Or something.
I chose a lawyer. I think lawyers are very interesting. The way they can just store so many laws and just facts about law in their brain. I think they would just like wake up and have such a busy day, especially if they had to show up in the courtroom that day and defend somebody. I think the way they just like are in the courtroom and they're like, I don't know how to explain it. They're just like spitting facts about law. That's just very interesting.
They know
to
it
me.
by memory.
Yeah, how they know it by
A book.
memory. I think that's.
I think
Did you
it's
pick
just
that
cool.
topic because you want to be a lawyer, or you just find it interesting?
No, I find it very interesting. I have an uncle that's a lawyer, and I think his career path is just so interesting.
But I think it's hard for like the lawyers that defend the bad guys, like the guilty
Mhm.
guys.
Yeah, because imagine making like a whole court case around, like protecting someone that's bad.
That is crazy, like having to defend somebody that's guilty and you know they're guilty.
Like if
You don't feel bad about it. I
Yeah.
would wonder, like, do they feel bad about it? Like knowing that they did it.
I wonder if they like make their.
I wonder how they feel like after, like if they win the case defending the person that did the crime, like they win.
I
How
think
does
they're
it
more
feel?
excited because like I get paid for anything that they're doing. So
Do you think they make their defense like weaker? I think they might, like if they feel really bad about it. Like let's say I'm defending a murderer. I think I would make my defense weaker, but not too weak when they're that at the point where you can tell, you know?
I think if I was a lawyer, I'd have a guilty conscience the whole
Yeah.
time, like that I'm defending somebody that did the crime. So
Yeah.
I ever wonder if like a lawyer just like probably like his first time doing it, just be like, I'm gonna be straight up honest, he did do it. I'm not even offended. I wonder if someone's ever done that.
sentenced him to life right there and then.
I just think it's so interesting how they can just every day like meet new people and be like, I'm gonna defend you, and you have to trust me because I'm your gateway to freedom or a lesser sentence.
I mean, like what happens like after they do win the case? Like,
Yeah,
or, like do they still keep in touch or like?
yeah, I wonder that too. I don't think I would, especially if the person was
I
bad.
mean,
I'd be like
Not like that, but like I don't know. It's like
little life
I mean, some
updates.
people stay with the same lawyer for years, and it's
Oh
just
yeah.
Oh yeah. You're right.
pretty sure they do. They just don't like keep like too deep in touch.
yeah. Is it good?
Pretty good. You want one?
Well, that was my like take on the lawyer, or a day in the life of a lawyer.
Gavin.
Pretty good. Hold on.
I was good.
Yeah.
Alright, we're gonna be
No.
talking about a janitor.
Why?
Alright, so how do y'all feel about a janitor?
I think they do a lot for us, like especially here in the school. I think they have really honest like work, and I hate when people are rude to them because there's really no reason to be.
Think about the janitor. I hate it picking up after everyone. But I don't know.
I guess they just have a love for helping people, or not helping people, but like
They're
Oh,
really
like-
in need
Yeah.
of something.
The janitors here are super nice.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
they give me hugs. Like close to.
they always have like
They
pencils, like
they
the
roll
mini
up with
pencils.
lollipops on their cart.
Shout out to Angie from the gym. She's a really good person.
yeah. Me or Gavin?
Give it.
I chose automation person because to me, the way they do the automation is like it's kind of like programming the way they do it, and I've really been interested in programming because it's been like one of my favorite things to do. It's somewhat easy to me. It's somewhat easy to remember, and if you can program, you can basically do anything with computers or technology. So it's pretty simple. You're basically indoors most of the time. Some other times you're not, but it's the only reason why I chose an automator.
Do they take vitamin D pills because they're not outside much?
I'm pretty sure they're mainly healthy. But no, I don't think so.
What do you mean? Like they're the people that do the movies, or?
No, that's animation.
Okay, I was a little
That's like
confused.
CGI.
Let's be honest.
Automation and animation are two different things.
Automation is like when you can program like a TV.
Auto's like
Oh, okay.
Back
Yeah, no, I
you'd,
couldn't
you'd
do
have
that.
to be pretty smart in like technology, like
no, you don't really have to, but you kind of do because
Yeah.
it's
You can't be like, you just have to study for everything. You know?
everything has to be precise, otherwise nothing will run.
like Oscar, like he knows a lot of technology. So
Basically.
I don't
Shout out
know.
DJ Double O.
Hey.
I don't know how people can just like sit there and like
Stare at a
put
screen.
things together like so like tenderly. I always have to like be moving. I can't just sit there and like paint.
I don't think
Or
I could
do
be
something.
that because I don't like to sit in one place. Like I'm
At
a
once,
person.
yeah.
I'm a person that's like, I could do this and do this. Like I'm up and down. I don't like to just sit
Yeah,
there.
be up and around.
Yeah. Some stuff behind the scenes going on.
Only the camera was 360 view.
Okay, I don't know if I'm gonna say this right, but I chose a day in the life of a medical examiner. A medical examiner are doctors who work with dead bodies to uncover evidence. I'm gonna tell you two stories, short. This one says, I am an EMT. I was hanging out at the morgue picking the brain of a guy on shift during graveyard, and a corpse suddenly stood up on a gurney while mid-conversation, and he turns to his friend and he says, "They do that sometimes." The next one says, I was a student at the time, but my first ever loader was brought in, and once we popped him, insides were outside and everywhere. My first night shift, I thought the staff was messing with me because I kept hearing what sounded like breathing, fresh body brought in, and was releasing gas. I'd never dealt with anyone dying in the hour of being brought in, so it was scary hearing this body breathing. I've been there when family members have passed and witnessed breathing and limbs moving, so I know it's normal, but as a student, the staff likes to mess with you.
That's so scary.
I think working in the
More
morgue would be pretty fun, but
fun.
all around those dead bodies, I think I'd be pretty creeped out.
Pretty sure it smells in
The
there.
first one, he was
Yeah.
still alive though.
No, he was dead, and
It's 'cause-
and they said he just like
It's 'cause
stood
when you're
up.
moving someone's brain, you're like touching nerves and stuff like that. And when you die, you release everything in your body. Like I mean, everything that was in your stomach comes out. Like your blood has to be drained, but like some comes out. Like your eye boogers, like your boogers, they just come out. Like it's just like, you know. So you're moving. Also, when they cremate bodies, the nerves they start like shrinking. So they sit up. It's very scary.
I think I'd want to do it, but I couldn't. I'd be out there the first day, like, nope, never mind. This
Those
wasn't
people
for
are
me.
strong because
I don't think you do with the smell either, like
I think
a
they-
decomposing body.
I think they'll get used to it.
But I
Wow.
find it cool that they're looking like for people who were murdered, like through their bodies or committed suicide or something.
Helping solve
That
the
would be
pieces?
something that I think I'd be interested in because of that. That'd be cool. Do I have anything to say about that?
I think the people that like put makeup on dead bodies or like those people are strong because that's very scary, and they make them look so like they did when they were
Alive.
alive. Like that's such a skill.
Yeah. Like they're not all pale.
Yeah.
On to you, Josh. What do you have?
I got a day in the life of an NBA player. Like this past Saturday, Kawhi Leonard, he actually hit a game buzzer beater in Game 7, and they're going to the Eastern Conference Finals. But like, it's just crazy how like you work so hard for it, and like stuff like that could happen, and it's just like one more step closer to a title. I don't know. It just finds me like it just. I don't know how do I say it?
Your accomplishments?
No, it's just like I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know.
But like the lottery drafts today, and there's Zion Williams. He's going into the draft, and he could be first pick in the lottery draft, and he's barely 18 years
What
old.
is that?
The lottery draft?
Yeah.
It's like the draft. It's basically the NBA draft,
Oh, okay.
but like
So like they
Like a lot,
they
yeah.
pick out names.
yeah, something like that. And Zion Williams, he's barely 18 years old, and he's going into the NBA. Like, and he's gonna be getting paid all this money, and
At 18.
at 18.
I think it's very crazy how some people, I mean, we're all different ages, but like some people your ages, they have like already millions of dollars in their bank, and they don't even know how to act. Like I wouldn't know what to do if someone just gave me $5 million today and was like, they're yours. Like I wouldn't know what to do. I think I'd just keep it there, but
And then like the oldest player right now playing in the NBA is 42 years old, and he started his first season, and Zion Williams wasn't even born yet,
jeez.
and he'll be playing probably
With him?
against them, born with them. I find that crazy.
Yeah, that's very cool.
Nate, what do you have to say about it?
Make money. You live in the
The fact that some people are just so skilled that at 18 you can get drafted for the NBA, that's crazy.
He barely played his first season of college this year, and they went to the final, the Elite Eight, I think,
Mm.
in the March Madness tournament. But I don't know. I just find that crazy how he's so young and be getting all this money
Mhm.
at this age.
Be getting all this money.
He be like getting
He
money.
is.
He's making.
He'll be getting. Making. Okay, he'll be making. Or
You didn't learn nothing from anything from English.
She
There we
said
go.
you didn't learn nothing.
Is that a dinosaur?
Yeah. Anything else to say?
Moral of the story: all these jobs are pretty good.
Yeah.
I guess you could. If you're not skilled, sorry, you're not going to be an NBA player. You're not.
You're killing dreams now.
If you're not good
You just
enough,
killed
you're not
mine.
gonna
Just killing your kids' dreams.
You just have to work for what you want, and you'll eventually get there.
What about a janitor?
You just have to work for what you want, and you're gonna get there.
Just gonna be a
Just
janitor,
graduate
you be a
high
janitor.
I'm not
school.
gonna be a janitor.
If you want to be a janitor, graduate high school.
But yeah. Anything else? No?
No, on to the next. I don't know how to end it.
And that was another day of
Good
Good Morning
Morning
PHS.